Line-by-line explanation of the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost.
Line 1. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. The speaker begins by describing a scene where two roads split in a forest that is filled with yellow leaves, suggesting that the scene takes place in autumn. The yellow wood symbolizes a time of change, which can also be seen as a metaphor for life's transitional moments where decisions must be made. Line 2. And sorry I could not travel both. The speaker expresses regret that they cannot take both paths, indicating the difficult nature of making choices in life. The line reveals the speaker's longing to experience both possibilities, a feeling many people can relate to when faced with important decisions. Line 3. And be one traveler, long I stood. The speaker stands for a long time, contemplating which path to take. This reflects the idea of hesitation and the inner conflict that often accompanies important decisions in life. The speaker's indecision highlights the weight of their choice. Line 4. And looked down one as far as I could. The speaker tries to peer down one of the paths as far as they can see, symbolizing the desire to foresee the consequences of their decision. However, it's impossible to know what lies ahead, which emphasizes the uncertainty in life when choosing a direction. Line 5. To where it bent in the undergrowth. The path disappears into the thick vegetation, suggesting that the future is unknown, and the speaker cannot predict where the path will lead. The undergrowth adds to the mystery of the decision, implying that the outcome is unclear and beyond their immediate view. Line 6. Then took the other, as just as fair. After much contemplation, the speaker chooses the other path, which appears equally attractive. The speaker compares both paths and suggests that they are just as fair, meaning neither is superior to the other at first glance. Line 7. And having perhaps the better claim. The speaker feels that the second path might have a slight advantage, perhaps because it looks less traveled and more inviting. This line reflects the desire to choose something unique or unconventional, which seems appealing at the time. Line 8. Because it was grassy and wanted wear. The second path is described as grassy and not as worn down by travelers, suggesting that it is less popular or less explored. This description could symbolize the allure of making a different or unconventional choice in life, one that seems more fresh and less predictable. Line 9. Though as for that the passing there. Here, the speaker acknowledges that both paths are actually quite similar in terms of how much they have been used, despite the initial impression of one being less traveled. Line 10. Had worn them really about the same. The speaker admits that, despite thinking the second path was less traveled, both paths had been worn down in the same way. This suggests that, in the end, the differences between the two choices may not be as significant as they initially seemed. The realization reflects the complexity of decision-making and the fact that choices may not be as distinct as we perceive them. Line 11. And both that morning equally lay. Both paths are equally undisturbed in the morning light, with no footprints or signs of recent travelers. This line underscores the idea that both options appear similar and equally valid at the time the decision is made. Line 12. In leaves no step had trodden black. The leaves on both paths have not been stepped on, further reinforcing the idea that neither path has been used more than the other. This line suggests that the choice is still open, and both options are fresh and unexplored. Line 13. Oh, I kept the first for another day. The speaker decides to leave the first path for another time, indicating that life's choices often involve deferring decisions or postponing them for later. The speaker imagines they might return to the first path but acknowledges that it is unlikely. Line 14. Yet knowing how way leads on to way. The speaker understands that once a path is chosen, it often leads to another decision, and this chain of events can prevent them from returning to the original path. This realization highlights the interconnected nature of life's choices. One decision leads to another, making it difficult to revisit earlier options. Line 15. I doubted if I should ever come back. The speaker is doubtful that they will ever return to the first path, acknowledging the irreversible nature of many decisions. Once a choice is made, it can set us on a new course that makes it unlikely we will return to our previous options. Line 16. I shall be telling this with a sigh. The speaker imagines themselves in the future, reflecting on this decision with a sense of nostalgia or regret. The sigh suggests that the speaker might not fully know how their choice has affected their life, but they anticipate that they will look back on it with mixed feelings. Line 17. Somewhere ages and ages hence. The speaker envisions a future, long after the decision has been made, where they will recount the story of their choice. The repetition of ages emphasizes the passage of time and the lasting impact of this decision, even if the speaker doesn't fully understand its significance yet. Line 18. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I. The speaker reflects on the two paths that diverged in the forest, once again highlighting the moment of choice. The pause here creates suspense, as it draws attention to the moment that has shaped the speaker's future. Line 19. I took the one less traveled by. The speaker declares that they chose the path less traveled, symbolizing the decision to take the more unconventional or unique route in life. This choice is presented as significant, even though both paths were, in reality, quite similar. Line 20. And that has made all the difference. The poem concludes with the speaker reflecting that this choice, however small it seemed at the time, has had a profound impact on their life. The speaker attributes their unique life journey to this decision, suggesting that even the smallest choices can shape our futures in ways we might not fully realize until much later. Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.